Who's ready to get this show on the road? We're gonna have some fun tonight. This is gonna be sort of a kickbacks and relax, chill kind of week. I've got some kind of non-serious stories to talk about, so hope everyone is in for a fun evening if you are watching live or if you are watching on the replay. I'm Jen with the Sewing Report, and every Sunday night we go over what is going on in the world of sewing and crafts. And yeah, I found some fun stories, and yeah, it's been a week. It's been quite a week. If you are new here, we go over what is happening. We have some fun. We read the chat. If you are here, I would encourage you to participate in the chat. Participate. I do have it set to subscribers, so you have to be subscribed to the channel for at least 5 minutes to start commenting. You can also leave a comment on the replay if you are watching that way. So yes, and before we get started, I would like to thank tonight's live stream sponsor. As always, I'd like to thank the Sewing Report Etsy shop. This is, yes, my own Etsy shop where you can find fabric, sewing supplies, and some handmade items. We have lots of fabric. We've got sewing notions. I am currently running a pretty good sale. If you order $60 or more, you will get 10% off your entire order. You will get free shipping. I'm also going to throw in a couple free gifts with purchase. You will receive a mini seam ripper and a sew-in label that says made in 2024 that you can use for your next sewing project. Check it out. You can find the shop at sewingreport.etsy.com. This show is self-funded. We run on Etsy sales. We run on Super Chats and our affiliate partners. If you would like to support the show, you can leave a Super Chat. You can shop at the Sewing Report Etsy store. You can also check out some of my affiliate partners, which I am repping right now, by the way. So there are some links in the chat and there are links in the description box. Tonight I'm repping my own wireless provider, my cell phone service, Mint Mobile. This is not sponsored, by the way. I have had Mint Mobile for about 3 years. It's a great prepaid wireless service provider, and a couple of years ago, I'll show you guys. They actually sent me some swag, so I'm wearing a free t-shirt they sent me, and I swear this is not sponsored. I pay for this service. I don't get it for free or anything, and I'm just genuinely a fan. I think it is a great service provider, especially if you are in a situation where you have wireless internet. So if you have it at your office or at your house and you are at home or at work most of the time, you can really get away with getting like a very low data plan. I pay $20 a month, literally $20 a month. I've got my phone. I've had this phone for almost 3 years. I have it set to wireless. So you only have to use the cell service if you don't have wireless internet. But when I'm at home, I have it just set up to run on the Wi-Fi, and it doesn't eat up any of my data. I have the 15 gigabyte per month data plan, which I don't even use most of the data, and it's literally $20 a month. So I pay annually. It's $240 a year. If you are tired of paying $100 a month for your cell phone plan, you really don't have to. Save the money, get Mint Mobile. So a few years ago, they sent me this really funny, it's almost like a paper doll thing. So it's like, they sent me this thing, and I kind of punched it out and then put it together, and it's a little phone ornament, M-I-N-T. So I thought that was kind of funny. Let me make sure the chat is on the right setting. Hopefully I don't have to set to members only by mistake. Hold on a second. But if you're here, let me know in the chat. I gotta make sure I got my settings right. But they sent me this really cool little funny ornament with Ryan Reynolds, because Ryan Reynolds actually, I don't know if he still owns Mint Mobile. He was one of the owners of Mint Mobile. I thought this was funny. Who doesn't love Ryan Reynolds? So I posted this online, and then Mint Mobile's social team sent me a message, and they're like, hey, will you send us your mailing address? We'll send you some free stuff. And they did. So that was kind of awesome. So they actually sent me some cool swag. So I decided to wear it tonight. And let's see here. I'm just checking to make sure. Okay, no, it is set to subscribers. Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure you guys could actually comment. Okay, everyone's, oh, thank you for testing the chat. So yeah, Mint Mobile, I'm a huge fan. If you use my link, you can get a $15 renewal credit. I think I also get some sort of credit as well with that. I'm not even sure what it is, but they sent me the shirt I'm wearing. They sent me like a little, like screen cleaner cloth, a sticker, a koozie. I haven't used a koozie in forever, but I think this is cool. And I love all of their mint themed stuff. They sent me a pop socket, and they sent me this really cool bottle opener keychain thing. And I was just like a random customer. Like, they didn't know I had a social media, like they didn't know I have this YouTube channel or anything. I just posted a picture of my ornament because I thought it was funny. And they sent me like a box of stuff. So it was really cool. I'm genuinely a fan of this company. The customer service has been good. I've had no issues with my service. I think they have, and you can check to see how good the service is in your area. But this is a great, again, if you're looking for a new cell phone provider, you can bring an unlocked phone to it, and it's super cheap. So I am a fan, so I'm repping tonight. I thought I would show some love to Mint Mobile and thank them for the stuff they sent, because I thought it was very, very cool. All right. Yes, we are going to be getting into some funny... I've got some sort of funny stories, to be real with you. So they're not super... Like, again, this is not like hard-hitting stuff tonight. But we're gonna have some fun here. Yes, thank you, Rachel, for... Yeah, I wanted to... Because one time I had the chat set up for, like, members only. And no one could comment. Yeah, the Mint ads, their marketing is great. And, yeah, I'm a fan. And I love the colors. I'm a big mint green, you know, I love the name Mint. So yeah, the stuff they sent was super cool, and their phone service is really great. So I'm a fan. If you are looking for a new cell phone carrier, you might have good luck with them. All right, we've got Tired of Trolls. I found that a lot of stuff is cheaper on the JoAnn's website or app than in the store. That's crazy. I just bought a cutting mat for around $36 instead of $64. Woo. It seems like maybe they're having some price discrepancies. I don't know. And same thing for cutting mats from Walmart. Cheaper online. That's crazy. That is crazy. And by the way, we do have a few housekeeping rules for participating in the chat, or if you're leaving a comment afterwards. I ask just a couple things. You be polite, respectful to myself and everyone else here. No self-promotion, no links, no spamming, no politics. This is a politics-free zone. You know, and just be cool. Be cool. No need to fight with people or with me. That's not what we're here for. We're here to have fun. We're here to talk with each other, meet people, and have a good time without it being like stressful or divisive or like, you know, this is not like going to be the drama zone. So I'm glad everyone is here. Thank you very much for catching us live. All right. So this JoAnn update is, I will say this is not like, yeah, this is not hard hitting, but we're going to have some fun. We're going to have fun. Okay, darn. The ads are popping up in US Cellular. Oh, man, US Cellular cut out your Mint. Damn. Okay, well, that's kind of creepy that YouTube can tell, like, what I'm saying and everything. That is kind of funny. So, yeah, tonight we are repping. Again, this is not sponsored. I know it looks sponsored, but this is not sponsored. I am a paying customer of 3 years of Mint Mobile. But I haven't worn this shirt before, and I thought it was cute. So I thought their logo is this fox wearing glasses. But this ornament they sent me for Christmas was like super, I thought this was super funny. So I had posted this on like Twitter or like Instagram or something, and they reached out and they were like, hey, thank you for sharing that. Can we send you? And yeah, so look at, I put this together myself. So it comes like all punched out, like you got like a little card, like a holiday card. And this is called an ornament. Get it? M-I-N-T for Mint Mobile. And I love how his name is like Minty McMinterson. This seems like a very Ryan Reynolds thing to do, in my opinion. So I do have a referral link in the description box and in the chat here if you are interested in checking out Mint Mobile. If you do sign up, we can get I think we both get some sort of like referral credit or something. Like I get credit on my account, something like that. So if you want to check it out or if you want to support the show, check out some of the links in the description box. I hope everyone's having a great week. All right, so All right, we are going to chat about, okay, again, I do want to preface this by saying these are pretty not serious stories, but I saw this one and I wanted to bring this to you because I know a lot of us have been wondering what's up with all the Halloween stuff everywhere in the stores. Why is JoAnn Fabrics selling 8-foot skeletons? Like, what is going on with all of the Halloween stuff over the summer? And I happened to see an article that explained just that. And I was like, well, that's pretty kooky. So we're gonna check that out. So here it is. So it says Halloween in July. Seasonal items are going on shelves earlier. Here's why. A story by Megan Sims at cleveland.com. And by the way, links to everything we talk about are in the description box as well if you want to read on your own later or just want to check out the source. So yeah, the mystery has been solved. We now are going to find out why all of the Halloween stuff is in stores much earlier than we're used to. Okay, so it says, from candy to trinkets and decor, Halloween has come early this year. Enthusiasts are taking to social media to share their excitement as spooky items take over popular retailers. It's July, a TikTok commenter said recently under a video of an influencer going Halloween hunting at Home Goods, a national home decor retailer. Now, when was this article? All right, this article came out, when was this? Like a week ago? So this article came out in August. So, okay, so August doesn't seem super crazy to look for Halloween stuff because it's a couple months away now. The user proudly dressed in a Halloween sweatshirt and plaid pants as she panned across shelves filled with witch and Frankenstein nutcrackers. A Frankenstein nut. So now it seems like they're mixing Christmas and Halloween. I mean, I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Oh my gosh. Pastel glass pumpkins, velvet skeletons, spooky coffee mugs, and salt and pepper shakers. It's being called Summerween. Summerween, guys. And love it or hate it, many companies are taking advantage. I mean, why wouldn't you? I mean, they're trying to make money, right? But does this mean that seasonal items will be arriving earlier and earlier each year? In some cases, yes. Jeff Evans, the president and chief merchandising officer of furniture and home store At Home, said that to the spook shopper, Halloween is not just a season, it's a lifestyle. That's like the best quote ever. First, that he has a name for the shoppers. He's calling them spook shoppers. And he's also saying that Halloween is a lifestyle and not just a holiday. This year, we identified Summerween as a key trend in the market, and we're so happy to celebrate with those passionate consumers, Evans said in response to emailed questions from Cleveland.com and the Plain Dealer. At-home customers can currently shop a wide variety of holiday and fall products like indoor decor, inflatables, animatronics, outdoor decor, pillows, textiles, candles, and kitchen and dining, with more to come throughout the season. Wow. And here's a little local story from Fox Philly, okay, on what is Summerween. Halloween products on shelves in July leave shoppers confused. This trend has been years in the making. Rob Will, chief merchandising officer for Hudson's JoAnn Fabrics, said that every year the company reviews when it will release its seasonal merchandise, but sometimes even the retailer is surprised by customers' reactions. A couple years ago, we had some extra space on the floor, and so we decided to put Halloween items out to see what would happen, and the customers started going crazy for it in July, which is a month and a half earlier than we had ever put it out before, he said. Wow. So customers were going crazy for the Halloween stuff in July, so that is why these stores are doing it. So like JoAnn said, sort of an accidental happenstance. Wow. According to the National Retail Federation's annual Halloween customer survey, 2023 holiday spending was projected to reach $12.2 billion, which exceeded the $10.6 billion consumers spent in 2022. People are spending $12 billion. Is this just in America? What the heck? $12 billion on Halloween stuff? Like, how much can you buy? Like, I don't really buy any Halloween stuff. What are people buying? That's nuts. With Halloween decorations flying off the shelves in July, Michael Goldberg, a business professor at Case Western Reserve University, said the trend of early seasonal sales could be traced to changing holiday shopping trends. Okay. They want them to spend more money to move inventory earlier, and to some degree they're all competing with each other, Goldberg explained. In many cases, retailers like Walmart and Target led the trend of starting Black Friday sales weeks before Thanksgiving. A spokesperson crafts retailer Michaels, okay, there's some typos in this article for sure, said the store determines how early it releases seasonal items by analyzing the previous year's demand. Just as we shifted Halloween up to meet customer demand, we've also shifted our holiday setting earlier, they said. Last year, our 4 private brand holiday decor collections launched in mid and late October, while this year, we'll start setting holiday ornaments, garland, trees, and more in late September. Wow. I mean, consumerism at its finest, I guess. I don't know. The spokesperson said that its trend and design and merchandising teams work over a year in advance to plan its seasonal assortments, which helps to gauge trends. Will said that JoAnn should have all of its holiday inventory out by the second week of August, and that stores would start putting out holiday goods by the middle of September. Okay, so literally next month we're going to start seeing like all the Christmas stuff. Oh my gosh. You'll see some of the hotter categories a bit earlier, Will said. Wow. Yeah, so let's see if we can watch this Summerween news piece. I don't know if this is okay. All right, let's see what's going on. Are we going to be able to watch this?
72-hour freshness.
Okay, is this gonna play? Oh,
Halloween candy.
Okay, let's watch a little bit of this here.
Almost August, but a lot of folks are
hopefully we don't get copyright
about
claim.
Halloween. I know it sounds crazy, but sales of Halloween candy and costumes and decorations in stores are soaring
already.
I know.
We're already going to be talking about pumpkins.
The guy on the right is like, what in the heck? Like, he looks like he doesn't want to be there. Let's be real.
Uggs and fall. Way too early. It's July 31st, people. There's a new nickname.
He's like, where's all these basic women in their Ugg boots and pumpkin spice crap? Oh, he just looks like he's so over it.
Halloween thing. They're calling it Summerween. But as fun.
He's like, this is ridiculous.
Kendall Green shows us not everybody's on board.
Like weaning off the summer into the fall. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else I would think.
Taking their best guess at a new retail term coined Summerween.
Okay, what do you guys think of Summerween? Is this, have we gone too far? Is this cool? Is this ridiculous? Or is this cringe? Like, what do you think about the Summerween trend? That, I guess it's like a new slang, you know, a new thing in pop culture we got to know about. But it's interesting that these retailers are saying that they're putting out the Halloween stuff because people want it. Like, I'm not saying there's not a demand. I'm just like, who's buying all the Halloween stuff? Now, I have nothing against Halloween. I'm not a big Halloween person, though. I don't normally do a lot for Halloween. In fact, don't come for me, but I haven't even like been handing out candy or anything. I'm the person that turns my lights off and pretends it's not happening. So I'm definitely not one of the, like, to me, Halloween is not a lifestyle. It's something I barely acknowledge, really. So I'm not really the target demographic for Summerween. But clearly somebody is. I'm not buying those 8-foot skeletons, animatronic stuff, any of that stuff. So I'm just not, yeah, it's just not for me. But I'm going to see what you guys think too. Let's take a look at some of the comments here. Let's see here. Everyone knows it's Christmas in July, at least according to Hallmark. Yeah. And it's funny because the whole, like, Christmas, the whole holiday Hallmark movie genre has become, like, a whole thing in itself. Like, it's become a whole thing of all these, like, holiday rom-com movies on the Hallmark Channel. So it does seem like some of these things are almost, like, taking a life of its own. All right, howdy, Lisa. What a bunch of marketing BS. Halloween has been out for a month already at JoAnn. Wow. Yeah. So July, they're starting to put the Halloween stuff out in July. Yeah, it's just, I wonder how much social media posts go into that advanced schedule. I mean, yeah, they probably schedule that stuff out pretty far out too. And like all of the marketing, like getting photos, that kind of stuff, content. If people are making videos posting on Instagram, they may be planning in advance. Yeah. I don't know anyone who buys decorations casually who shops this early. Like, here's my thing too. I don't have a very large house, and we definitely don't have a lot of storage space. So the people that have a lot of decor must have the room to store all of the off-season decorations. And I just don't have that space. So that's why I don't really buy a lot of holiday stuff. Like for real, my Christmas tree is on top of my kitchen cabinets right now. I'm not joking. I can look at it right now into the kitchen, and it's on top of my cabinets. That's how little storage space we have in the house. So I don't have a lot of room for that stuff. So that's why I personally don't buy a lot of holiday decor at all. So yeah. Oh, this is a good tip. If you must buy all that crapola the day after. Yeah, exactly. If you want to get the best deals, shop right after the holiday. Like, I will sometimes buy candy the day after. Like, the day after Valentine's Day, go and buy all the Valentine's Day candy for 70% off. Halloween candy, holiday candy. I will sometimes do that stuff. So Hobby Lobby is all decked out with Christmas. Yeah. It's like they skipped Thanksgiving. I mean, they have the fall stuff out now, I guess, but yeah, there's Thanksgiving, there's all, yeah, I'm just really, I'm really confused. And to me, it kind of it feels like there's not a distinctive season anymore, because all of the seasons, to me, are blending into each other. I'd like to see the age bracket breakdown of which age group is spending what part of that person. That's a good question. Like, who? Is it the TikTok people, the Instagram people? Like, is it the influencer culture where they all have to like, show like a magazine worthy home with all of this decor? I don't know. It's definitely not me. Yeah, I don't know. But this is not the Summerween. I mean, really? The retailers are probably creating the narrative that there is demand in hopes that it will actually result in one. Yeah, is this like a coup? Is it like is this some sort of like master plan? I don't even know. It's like Christmas in July, but for Halloween spooky fans, for some folks. I like how that guy called them, he came up with the term spook shoppers in Summerween. Yeah, it's like a new, I guess, I know crafters start Christmas stuff now. Yeah, if you're sewing, like if you're going to sew Halloween stuff, you're going to have to start it in like February or something. If you're going to start, like I will probably start like Christmas gifts now, because I've got about 4 months. I'll probably start sewing for Christmas fairly soon. Summerween sounds like another made-up holiday. I know, it's like, we already have to deal with so much. Do we really need another thing? I've Halloween hunted since 2016-ish, and July really isn't that unusual for craft and home goods type stores, with the supermarkets putting out at the end of August, beginning of September. I know, it's like, it's too much for me. I feel overwhelmed. I miss the days when Christmas started after the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade. Yeah, now I'm sure if I go to JoAnn's right now, there's going to be Christmas stuff. I guarantee there's going to be some Christmas stuff. I haven't passed out candy since my kids were little. They're in their 30s now, plus who can afford the prices of stuff? Exactly. Like, things are a little rocky with the economy right now. Are people really going to still spend $12 billion on Halloween? And those are things that are not necessities. Like, Halloween stuff is nice, but it's a luxury. It's not something... Are people going to be cutting back? Like, I want to know, are people going to be cutting back this year on everything? Because I'm not going out and spending a lot of money on Halloween stuff, that's for sure. I was driving back to Missouri from Springfield, Illinois last Sunday and stopped at a Taco John's. They were putting up a Christmas tree in August. August, guys. August. I mean, I'm ready for fall, but not holidays. I do like pumpkin spice and that sort of flavors. So I'm cool with the fall, I don't mind the fall stuff, but I just don't buy a lot of Halloween stuff. It's 104 degrees out. I can't even think about fall. Yeah, right? It's a merchandise for the shopaholics. Yeah, I agree. I feel like it's the same kind of people that just go overboard. They're the ones that spend $500 at Target. They've got 87 Stanley cups. I feel like those are the types of people who are going overboard with all of the holiday stuff. They also must have massive homes with tons of storage space to put all of that off-season decor. Like, these are the people that go and buy those plastic wreath containers from Target. Those are the types of folks. The types of people who buy storage solutions for their holiday decor. That's the type of people who would be shopping for Summerween. So, what do you think? Let's do a poll here. I want to know what you think about Summerween. Okay. Let's do a YouTube poll here. All right. What do you think about Summerween? Okay. Cool. All right. We're going to do two options. Cool idea or cringe AF. Okay. Cool idea or cringe AF. Okay. All right. And y'all can vote now if you're on YouTube. Well, I want to know what you think about Summerween. Cringe or cool? Cringe. And AF means, cringe as F word. So let me know what you think. I'm curious to see what these results are. Summerween. Yeah. We've been cutting way back on Christmas stuff in my family. We no longer do gifts for extended family, and each family is spending less. Kids are all in their mid-20s, so it's been nice. Yeah. I don't have a lot of little kids in my family either, and I don't have kids, so I don't really have to spend a lot on holiday stuff. I usually my husband and I get together with my mom. That's pretty much it. We have a meal. We don't do a lot of gifts. We really don't do a lot of gifts. Right. That's why I'm ready for fall, but we still have 2 months before it will cool off. Halloween is either warm or really cold here in Texas. Yeah, I'm in Florida, and it's usually still pretty warm. But yeah, I don't go outside a lot because there's a lot of mosquitoes, so I try to avoid those. My holiday storage is the old microwave box. Hey, the way to repurpose the microwave box, at least. That's cool. That is great. All right, I'm going to get some water here. Okay, this next story is for all of the JoAnn fans out there. And this is a tongue-in-cheek article. This is from a satirical website, but it's funny, and it's going into like the JoAnn typical customer profile, and I thought this was kind of fun. So we're gonna share this, and this is from the Hard Times. So the Hard Times is like basically like The Onion. It's it's like a parody website. So this is not like a real news article. I just want to be clear. This is meant to be a joke. It's meant to be funny. So it says, startling new report reveals average JoAnn Fabrics customer more anarchist than anyone at punk show. So I was like, okay, let's check this out. So it's out of Charleston, South Carolina, allegedly. A new study by the College of Charleston confirms that the majority of shoppers at JoAnn Fabrics espouse stronger and more tangible anarchist ideals than anyone attending modern punk shows. Unsurprised customers confirmed. Oh, honey, I would much rather make winter fleeces for my granddaughters than support some big corporation with their sweatshops and tax write-offs. Stated June Pulaski, founder of the local Stitch Bitch and Kill Fascists Club. Okay, again, just keep in mind, this is not supposed to be serious. Oh, wow, okay, Kill Fascists Club. As for those children who go to those punk rock and roll shows, they should listen to some Lawrence Welk. Now, he was a real musician. Though, to be fair, I find myself tapping my toes to that new Knocked Loose album from time to time. Local Charleston punks dispute the claims about their community found in the college's research. Okay. Oh, bullshit. I'm more anarchist than those nerds will ever know. It even says so on this battle jacket I got from Urban Outfitters, said Jared Reed, whose mother bought the jacket for his 15th and a half birthday. You gotta look the part, or else people won't know how punk you are. Hell, I almost lost my voice last night singing along to songs about revolution and rising up. I just can't wait for all these bands to tell me specifically what to rise up against. Those old bags at the craft store are just a bunch of fascist Karens, I think. Oh my gosh. Like, what is this article? Those who conducted the study commented on the apparent dichotomy between the punk community and those actually putting anti-authoritarian theories into practice. All those kids dressing up and going to shows are posers, at least in the political science sense, explained Professor Dante Clyburn, head researcher in the College of Charleston's Political Science Department. They generally serve the benefit of oppressive systems such as capitalism and colonialism, with their unbridled consumerism and rehashed riffs. People who make their own clothes, grow their own food, and support each other in other ways weaken those systems in their immediate sphere. Our study found that a Singer sewing machine is more punk than a Marshall half-stack will ever be. But not all craft stores are created equal. To no one's surprise, we found that Hobby Lobby shoppers are overwhelmingly Christo-fascists. At press time, an anonymous whistleblower leaked information confirming that the FBI has been tracking JoAnn Smiles reward users for anti-American operations since the mid-1950s. Wow. All right, and again, this is a satirical, so it's the hard times punk news coming your way. This is not a serious website, but I just thought that was kind of a funny article about how JoAnn shoppers were like anarchists. So I was like, okay. So I don't know. Kind of, you don't normally see JoAnn fabrics being, portrayed in like pop culture or like, mainstream stuff or made fun of on this scale. So I thought this was kind of funny. So that is from The Hard Times. All right, Lisa says, one of my sisters has a big house with tons of storage. Yeah, and the money to burn, and she doesn't buy all that stuff. Okay, so like Lisa, if it's not your sister and your sister would be the ideal target for that, what would be, like, who do you think is like buying all this stuff then? I don't know. Who do you think is buying all this stuff? Because it's definitely not me, that's for sure. It is not me. All right, let me get some water real quick. Yeah, I thought that article was kind of like the Hard Times. I've seen some of their stuff before. Like they kind of make fun. They kind of make fun of that whole like people trying to be edgy kind of stuff. FBI, yeah, definitely on the FBI tracking list. So if you are a JoAnn Smiles Rewards card member, apparently, yeah, the joke is that you're on an FBI watch list. All right, Denise says, I think it's the under 30 crowd, but I could be wrong. I don't want to manage a bunch of crap. Yeah, I don't. That's a lot to keep track of, especially like what if you have to move or something, or if you have to downsize. Then what do you do with all of that stuff? Like, I just feel like, yeah, we don't need all that stuff. Some people here where I live go all out for Halloween. Yeah, I know there are people that do. It's not me. I don't know that many people. Like, quite honestly, I don't know that many people who do personally. I've seen houses that do it. But it's definitely not me. It is definitely not me. Okay, so I think the fabric wars are on, especially between JoAnn Fabrics and Michael's Craft Stores. So by the way, I lurk in the JoAnn and the Michael's employee subreddits over on Reddit. And I've noticed lately there's a lot of like very downer posts over there. A lot of the employees, there seems to be some morale issues. Like, I lurk, the JoAnn, like, the employees at both of those chains are, like, on the last straw. I saw one post over on the Michaels one where one of the employees was contemplating, like, stealing from the store. And the other people in there were like, yeah, why not? We already have a bunch of people shoplifting from us anyways. But I've noticed, and even Walmart is getting in on the fabric game. They're all starting to sell these, like, budget value fabric collections. Like, JoAnn has the Happy Value brand. Walmart has their own thing. And then I noticed one of the employees in the Michaels subreddit posted this photo of their store. And it looks like Michaels is starting to put fabric by the yard, not just pre-cut fabric, but fabric by the yard in stores. So this looks like it's quilting cotton to me. So they posted a photo, and it doesn't look like this is in every store, but it looks like select stores are starting to get fabric by the yard. So is Michaels trying to make a play for some of that JoAnn traffic? Like, what's going on? And then I was taking a look at Michaels' website, and they do have a pretty robust online fabric selection already. So here is the fabric and sewing shop. So yeah, it says fabric in select stores, but then they also have a bunch of fabric you can buy online, even if it's not in stores. And I don't know about the quality, but the prices are pretty good. And I noticed they were actually quite a bit better than a lot of the JoAnn fabrics. So I've got this licensed cotton fabric, $5.99. And these are like exempt from coupons or promotions. So these are like everyday prices. So they've got licensed cotton fabric for $5.99 a yard, like Disney, Marvel, Hello Kitty, Star Wars, and more. Quilting fabric starting at $3.99 per yard. High quality cotton prints and solids. And then crafting fabric, so like kind of your basic stuff for $2.99 a yard. So let's take a look at, and by the way, just a reminder, if you are getting the licensed fabric, like the characters or anything like that, personal use only. I did an interview recently with, attorney Rob Freund, and he recommended not trying to use licensed fabric for selling anything. So just, keep that in mind. All right, let's take a look at some of the crafting fabrics. This is $2.99 a yard. Okay, so it's like very basic. And this is not even like quilt quality. It's like broadcloth fabrics. This is good for like everyday stuff, practice, kids stuff. Okay, they got felt, $3.99 a yard. And notice a lot of it is not available in store. So a lot of it's shipping only. Free shipping on orders of $49 or more. JoAnn's, I think they currently have a thing where you can get $1.99 shipping on any order. But I will say these prices at Michael's are pretty appealing. I would be curious to compare. I might do this for a video comparing the budget fabrics from Dollar Tree, Walmart, JoAnn's, and Michael's to see how they compare in the prices. Because, yeah, I like these price, $1.79 a yard for, what's jelly? I don't even know what this is. Jelly craft fabric? What is this? So some of these prices are very, very cheap for the fabric. Okay, yeah, I don't even know what this is, but they've got a picture of the bowl. Oh, this is like that, this is like the, stuff that they make disposable shopping bags out of. Okay, so this is like the polyester stuff. Okay, it's the polypropylene stuff. Okay, yeah, this is the stuff. Yeah, this is the stuff that they make those, reusable, little shopping bags out of and stuff like that. So this is $1.79 per yard, and it's 60 inches wide. So if you want to make like real cheap stuff or like little craft projects, you know, kid stuff, it seems to me like all of the fabric retailers, including Walmart and Dollar Tree, are offering this like real cheap, you know, but these cheap budget lines of fabric. Oh, this is interesting. Northcott. Premium quilt solid black cotton fabric, $3.99 a yard. Muslin fabric, $3.99 a yard. So, to me, this appears like they're all going for the, like the budget. They're trying to push value and budget-friendly stuff. I mean, I wouldn't use this to make clothing or anything, but if you're trying to just do like little simple crafts. All right, light blue solid cotton fabric. So here's some up close photos. Is this okay? This is 100% cotton, 44 inches wide. This says you can use it to make apparel. I guess if you're, you know, again, this is the stuff you make Halloween. Okay, the ratings are pretty good so far. 4.7 stars, and it's $4 a yard. Let's take a look at the reviews here. Oh, 6 ratings only reviews, but people generally gave it decent reviews. 5 stars and 1 3 stars. So has anyone tried this stuff at Michael's, Walmart, the JoAnn Happy Value, or the Dollar Tree fabric? Because I'm curious. I might pick some of it up just to like compare it. Maybe do something like that for the main channel. But yes, felt $3.99 a yard. Royal broadcloth, $1.99 a yard, guys. I don't know. Again, I don't know how good this is. And they made it simple, so like there's no coupons or discounts. It's just the price it is. But I mean, not bad. And I wonder, do you have to buy? All right, it looks like you only have to buy like minimum of 1 yard. So I'm curious. I might place orders from some of these places or go shopping to see like how good the order is. We'll have to see. But yeah, Michaels is starting to offer more. They're definitely upping their fabric game for sure. And they're really touting this new lower prices thing. They've got licensed character, apparel, costume, crafting, utility, quilting, home decor, holiday and seasonal, cotton solids. They've got pre-cuts, they've got fleece, they've got Notion, sewing machines. So Michaels is moving in on the JoAnn's territory. Yeah, let's see what... All right, let's take a look at their pre-cuts here. Oh, this is interesting. You can earn 9% in rewards when you use your Michaels credit card. Okay. Assorted solid fabrics. Yeah, they've got a lot. I mean, Michaels does have a lot of stuff now. Let's take a look at the quilting fabric. I'm curious about that. Okay. Great buy. So they have Northcott, Kona. I mean, these prices are pretty realistic. $7.49 for Kona. $4.99 for Northcott is pretty good. I wonder if it's the exact same quality as like the quilt shop quality. I don't know. Let's just click on one here. I mean, yeah, the reviews, 11. They've got 11 5-star reviews so far. Okay. Very nice. Good quality fabric. Wow. So $5 a yard. That's like cheaper than I sell fabric. Very nice quality cotton. So people seem pretty happy so far with the quality. And it's $5 a yard. Like, you're not going to get cheaper than that. That's for sure. Wow. Thread count is good, easy to work with, price is very good. Yeah, I mean, that's, you can't, again, with things going the way they are, companies are smart to push the value aspect, things being a good buy, things being, you know, more budget friendly, because people are being squeezed for sure, and everything's getting more expensive. So I think it's smart for all of these retailers to offer these like value collections, I think it's a good idea. Yeah, I'm curious to try out some of this because these look like pretty good deals. Let's see what's the utility fabric. Got like cotton canvas. Yeah, and I buy canvas. Let me see how thick this is. I buy really thick canvas myself I use it for like my rabbit's pen floor, like the floor in her area. Let's see here. All right, this is doesn't really say how heavy this is. Oh, here's some customer images too. Okay. Fabric has arrived in store. Okay. I mean, yeah, people so far seem pretty happy about the quality. And yeah, these prices are good. $5.99 a yard for canvas is pretty good. $5 for quilting cotton is very nice. So yeah, I would say I'm all for these companies offering, you know, budget friendly fabric that's not ridiculously expensive. I think that's good, and I think that, you know, maybe we'll start seeing more people picking up sewing as a hobby to make stuff themselves. I mean, we all know you don't tend to save money and stuff, but if the fabric is this cheap, people might try making their own Halloween costumes, doing like cosplay stuff, making more of their own stuff. Yeah, this is cool. I think this is pretty cool. All right, let's take a look at some of your comments here. Okay. Wow, lots of new comments here. Okay. Okay, we definitely have some more comments about the Halloween stuff. Okay. If people want to, it's fine. Just how many are doing it because they've been sort of brainwashed into it? Yeah, that's a good question. Are you buying all this holiday stuff because you really want to and you feel passionate about celebrating the holiday? Or are you doing it because, like, you feel like you have to, or because, like, you see everyone on social media doing that? I mean, it's fair to ask. I do pumpkins, and that's about all it now. All I can manage these days. Pass that torch to my daughter. I do love Halloween, though. All right, JoAnn needs to go back to a fabric store and leave the crafts to Michaels and Hobby Lobby. All right, my Michaels has had fabric by the yard for a while. So far, it seemed like a very minor proportion of their sales. Their online fabric inventory is Hancock Fabrics legacy stuff. Interesting. My Michaels has 3 aisles now of fabric, cotton, quilting cotton, fleece, a little denim, and a little garment fabric, but not much of that. Maybe they're trying to experiment with the fabric in stores, and maybe if it sells well, they'll be doing more of it. They're probably going to base it on, you know, how well that stuff sells. And if it sells, they'll probably put more into it, experiment. Every time I go to JoAnn's, I never see the same employees twice. The turnover is huge. Whew. Wow. Okay, yeah. Ollie fabric is the PPE fabric. Yeah, so that's the stuff. I typically see that stuff with, like those, again, those like not really disposable, but like the, you know, the reusable shopping bags that you see at the grocery store. I usually see a lot of that kind of stuff. Has anyone ordered online from JoAnn's? I need to order Gutermann white thread, but was wondering if the shipping problem was resolved with JoAnn's. Yeah, if anyone can answer that, I think that's a really good question there. Okay. Okay, those prices at Michael's is close to the Overrun store that I shop at. JoAnn's needs to bring some good apparel fabric and non-fleece. Yeah, guys, I think they need to chill on the fleece. Like, again, I'm in Florida. I can't imagine the demand for fleece is, you know, as high as the amount of fleece they have stocked in stores, because it is like 90 degrees plus here for, like, I would say like 8 months out of the year. I don't really need a lot of fleece personally. I've gotten some cuts of Michael's fabric. It's fine for casual use. I wouldn't make something out of it that I needed to last. So, yeah, maybe good for, like, again, like, little gifts. Like, if you're doing, like, you know, making your own reusable gift bags, like, quick things, kids' projects. I think it's good that they are offering, like, you know, fabric that's not, like, value fabric. I do like that. Hopefully the quality, like, I think the quality shouldn't be, like, total crap, but at least if it's decent, it gives people a chance to experiment more with fabric. I used some Dollar Tree fat quarters to make some reusable microwave popcorn bags. It was okay, but I wouldn't use it in a quilt. It really depends on the project. Sometimes they have cute prints. Yeah, if you're doing, like, small gifts or, like, you know, like, things like you're making drawstring bags or reusable shopping bags, or stuff to donate, you know, probably okay for that stuff. I felt that fabric stores have been decreasing actual sewing fabric and supplies and increasing craft products and home dec and holiday stuff. I think these stores have left sewists behind. Good comment, Denise. Thank you. Yeah, I think a lot of the stuff they're offering, again, we just saw it with Michael's, JoAnn's, Walmart, Dollar Tree. Those are not supplies geared toward the serious sewists. They're geared towards, like, the new beginner people or, like, the casual people. But yeah, if you are, like, into, like, high-end sewing, that's probably not for you. Kim, I order Gutermann from Wawak. I get most of my sewing supplies from them. They have a 2-day shipping. Yeah, Wawak is fantastic. Good stuff, good prices, and yeah, good company here. At least in my JoAnn store, Sundays are overrun with people getting fleece cut. I also wish they had more apparel fabric and less fleece, but it clearly sells. Yeah. Yeah, Wawak, I've ordered from them a few times. They also own, like, Cleaner Supply. Was it Cleaner Supply? And I've ordered from that website as well. All good stuff. Yet people have all this money to spend in holiday decor. I know, right? It's like people are having trouble paying for groceries and gas, and yet they're spending $12 billion on Halloween. And that doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. Yes, Rachel, I'm in Texas, and most fleece gets used very little. Yeah, like, if you're... I also think that JoAnn's and these other stores need to tailor the inventory based on what area they're in. Like, certain areas, like, I'm from the Buffalo, New York area. I'm sure they need way more fleece there than Florida. So, like, I hope they don't have, like, a cookie cutter approach to what they are stocking in the stores, because that wouldn't really make a lot of sense. All right. A lot of you guys like the Gutermann Mara thread. All right. All right, we got a fleece lover. I use fleece all the time. So, yeah, I am on the team cheap fleece. Well, at least we got you out there buying all the fleece, because there's a lot of it out there. I've got, all right, thank you. Hello again, My Life with Yarn. It may be budget friendly, but having touched this stuff in the store, I wouldn't use it. Ooh, all right, not a good review from Denise. I wouldn't use it for sewing clothes or bags. Hey, good to know. Good to know. Hey, appreciate the honesty. You will go crazy. I buy my needles there too. Yeah, Wawak has really good prices on a lot of supplies. I don't really think they sell a lot of fabric, but they have a lot of notions, so it's a really good site to get great prices on a lot of sewing supplies. So, oh, thank you. I want to sit down on my machine. I want to sit down to my machine more. That's how I found you last week. Well, thank you for tuning in and joining us on the live stream. And by the way, if you are new here, you can also, this is the chance I want to give everyone, if you have questions about videos over on the main Sewing Report channel, if you just have questions in general, this is your chance to ask. Not much is off limits. So if you have any random questions, you're welcome to try to ask those as well. You are welcome. Welcome to ask. All right, we got a Twitch viewer in the house. Hello, Super Super Jackson, hello. All right, I saw someone complaining of the JoAnn shipping yesterday. Yeah, I've seen some stories, so I'm a little bit scared to order from JoAnn's. It seems like a lot of the orders are getting kind of messed up. All right, Myra says, I have tried Dollar Tree and Walmart fabric. All right, they are thin but work for gift bags and small projects. The Walmart Only Bolt stuff is decent. Well, and you know what? I would say if the prints are nice and the quality seems okay, if the fabric is thin, it might be good, like if you're making something with like a lining, like say you have the print on the outside and then you have a lining fabric on the inside, maybe that would help. So yeah, maybe for like little things, or like if you're making like coasters or like placemats, stuff that will get like used. I don't know how it would launder, but maybe stuff like table runners, you want to make like a tablecloth or stuff like that. Maybe it would be okay for that kind of thing. Oh, all right. Off topic, but I stopped in the local Bernina shop and saw the new 990. Ooh, it's truly massive. It will dominate any table it's on. Oh my gosh. I want to know how much that thing weighs. Like it looks huge. It looks huge. I only have Michael's, and our store is a top SKU store. It only sells the top SKUs from every department. I am in Alabama. We do not need that much thick yarn. Ours does not self-fleece fabric. All right, good to know. Good. Yeah, like my JoAnn's has tons of fleece. And again, we're in Florida. I don't know how much of that, I really don't know how much of that stuff they sell. But I'm kind of curious about it. Oh my gosh, it's 45 pounds by itself. The embroidery unit is another 15 pounds. So with the embroidery unit, this machine weighs 60 pounds. I don't even think I could not even lift that. Like, I couldn't even try to lift that. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. That's just nuts. I mean, it is like at $20,000. It's over $20,000. That's super heavy. That is ridiculously heavy. Yeah, I can't. That Bernina 990 looks like a total beast. It does look cool. I did think some of the features were cool, were very nice and high end. Okay. Oh, I'm going to be looking out for this. We will kind of react to this when it comes out. Okay, yeah, when Brother and Baby Lock release their new machines, we'll take a look at them and we'll have some fun. We'll watch some of the marketing, if they come out with some videos or something, we can watch those and have some fun. All right, let's take a look at the poll. Let's see how you guys voted. Okay, so what do you think about Summerween? 8% of you say it's a cool idea. 92% of you say it's cringe AF. Okay. Okay. You know, let's do it. We'll end this poll and then we'll do another poll. Let's do another poll here. I'm going to ask you guys, I think this will be fun. So now you can see the results of the poll. Okay, so it's now 8%. Cool idea. 91. All right, we're going to do another poll here. Okay, which value line of fabric are you most likely to buy? Which retailers? Okay, we're going to do that. Let's see, we'll do first JoAnn, Fabrics, Michael's. Okay, we'll do Dollar Tree and Walmart. Okay. All right, so here's a new poll coming out. All right, so if you're on YouTube, you can vote which retailer's value line of fabric are you most likely to buy. JoAnn Fabrics, Michaels, Dollar Tree, or Walmart. Let me know which one. I sort of want to buy the value fabric from all 4 of those stores and see which one I like. Like, get a couple different samples and compare them. I might do that. It's going to cost a little bit of money, but that's something I sort of want to do for a main sewing report channel video, because I think it would be interesting to see like how they compare. Like Dollar Tree, because it seems like a lot of these stores are coming out with like their own version of like value fabric lines. So I'm sort of curious to see. I'm sort of curious. I did notice the JoAnn's like licensed fabric. Like I was looking at their like cotton fabric and it was really expensive. So I saw Hello Kitty fabric on both the Michaels website and the JoAnn's fabric. The Michaels fabric was $5.99 per yard. The JoAnn's fabric was like $15 a yard. So it was like almost 3 times as expensive. And I was curious to see like what the quality was and how good it was. It was like Hello Kitty licensed fabric. I was just really wondering if there was like a big difference in quality or just price. I don't know. All right, so we'll keep an eye on the poll. All right, so yeah, which retailer's value line of fabric are you most likely to buy? So we'll see. All right, Walmart carries Waverly fabric. Definitely not the best, but far from the worst. Yeah, the Walmart Waverly fabric, I've kind of seen it in person and I touched it. And it was like, okay, like it really wasn't bad. All right, Denise, you're talking about the Bernina 990. I saw it in person and it doesn't look quite as big as you would expect. Still wouldn't buy it though. I'm looking for a sturdy, small, under 18 pound machine. Okay. All right, I watched a review on the 990. Not someone paid by the company, and her comments were that a lot of features they tout as innovative have been on machines from other companies for a few years now. Yeah, I've seen a few comments like that as well. I mean, I do think it still looks like a cool machine. You know, and it's like, how much else can they do like on these machines? The brother one actually looks pretty innovative too. I'm looking at sergers, and for what I want, it's a minimum of $5K. These people are pricing most of us out of machines. It seems like they would notice that, but I'm just one of the little peas. Denise, no, I'm not giving you the easy way out. You gotta vote for one if you're gonna vote. I know, because people just kind of cop out and then they vote like, you know, don't care, like none. So you gotta choose one of them. You gotta choose one. I'm making it hard. We're not making it easy here. All right, sorry to dip in late. I used cotton yarn from Dollar Tree for bags and rug mugs. It's too rough for washcloths and wearables. Well, I appreciate you, the review. Thank you. Okay, have you looked at Juki? Their machines tend to have more features for the money than some others. I love my Juki. I have the Juki DDL 8700. It's an industrial machine. It's straight stitch only, and I love it. I think it's a really good value. All right, these machines have a large learning curve. I'm not into it. Yeah, sometimes when they have that many bells and whistles, I feel like you're not going to use like most of the features, or it's going to take forever to learn. Same here. I'll buy from whoever, but JoAnn's is my starting point because of coupons, but now I'm not sure. I will say, Kim, the Michaels and the Walmart pricing on some of their value fabric looks really, like even with the JoAnn's coupons, the Michaels fabric looked like a really good deal. Where I live, we have a decent locally owned fabric shop with garment fabrics. How about in your area? It's not in the best part of town, but worth a trip from time to time. We have like a few, I believe we have a few fabric stores in my area. I just don't get out of the house much, so I tend to shop online. Probably more than I should. But yeah, there are some, independent, locally owned fabric shops in a lot of areas. Your area may or may not have them. I hope you do, because it seems like we're kind of running low on options. Fabric.com closed up. Hancock's closed. I think there was another online. We've had a lot of quilt shops close up, so it's getting tough. It is getting tough. All right, guys, I'll tell you what. I'm actually going to I'm gonna get a snack. All right, so we're gonna take like a 2-minute break, 2 or 3 minute break. I'm actually gonna get a bowl of ice cream. We'll hang out for a while. We'll hang out. We'll chat. You can talk to each other. You can chat. Let me turn the music back on. Let's see. Should we do lo-fi? All right, we'll do the night driving music. Okay. All right, now we'll do the rock. All right. All right, so I'm actually going to... I'll keep hanging out, but I'm going to get something to eat. Yeah, Wawak. Yeah, definitely check out Wawak. It's good. They have like the lowest prices, and they do have sales quite a bit. I'm also really curious. They have these gravity-fed irons that look really cool. I haven't purchased one, but they do look cool. All right, guys, I'm gonna get a bowl of ice cream, and then I'll be back. We'll hang out. We'll chat if you have any questions. Again, you guys can also chat amongst yourselves. Chat if you want to do that. All right, so we are going to... I'm going to put on the overhead camera, and then I'm going to get a bowl of ice cream, and then I'll be back in a few minutes, okay? Okay, and we're back. And I have a tub of ice cream. Let's see here. All right, so I've got some Southern style butter pecan crunch ice cream, and I have a little bit left. So we'll eat this and hang out. How about that? We'll hang out. We'll eat. All right, my Michael's does not have any fabric. Okay. Yeah, I want to check out my local Michael's to see if they do have fabric. I'm really curious. We're gonna hang out. I got some ice cream here. All right, good question, Lisa. What are you sewing? Been dabbling in quilting. Started sewing Christmas presents in July. Hey, oh, okay. I just spilled some ice cream. Here we go. I just spilled something. Let me just grab a napkin here. Okay. Good question. Let's ask somebody, and we'll see. Actually, let me check on the poll too. Okay, so far, 22 of you voted. 50% of you say JoAnn's, 23% say Michael's, 0% say Dollar Tree, and 27% Walmart. All right, we'll keep this going to see what y'all think. We'll keep it going for a bit. All right, Rachel says, I just replaced a waistband on a pair of pants. I've gotten really picky how they feel. All right, I found some wholesale fabric companies in California that are willing to sell retail. Some do have minimums or bulk shipments at reasonable prices. They're quite aware of these store closures. Hey, that's good to know. Hey, if you have any recommendations, Thimble, Hook, and Shuttle, feel free to drop them in the chat. I bought the low-end Serger Vibrant because I wasn't sure I'd even use it. I love it. It's less than $300. That sounds like a good deal. Okay, Denise, you're not a fan of the Juki Straight Stitch TL18. Ooh. I would love to get it. I would have got a Juki. I didn't know they made home machines. I thought it was industrial only. All right, Lisa has a Bernina 560 combo embroidery. Hardly ever used the embroidery unit. Thought I would, but breaking thread got in the way of me getting into it. Ooh. All right. Yeah, I like my industrial. Obviously, you need space for it. It came with like a table. If you're in an apartment or like a studio, that might not be the best option. But if you have the space, it's a great machine for the money. All right, Karen is hand embroidering a Quilt of Valor label. That sounds cool. Very neat. Yeah, Juki does have some so Juki has like home machines. They kind of have like semi-industrials, and then they've got like straight up industrial machines. All right, I have to order all my fabrics online. I ordered my quilting cotton from 1000 Bolts and One Knot or Becky's out of Tazewell, Tennessee. Knits from Olga's Closet or Knit Pop. Cool. All right, Cali Fabrics is great for dead stock. All right, we've got Ghostly Dreamer of Witches, FF Low. Okay, cool. Thank you for joining in from Twitch. I don't know how many Twitch viewers we are. All right, we have 1 viewer on Twitch and 49 on YouTube. All right, one of my sewing machines is an 1800s, a Singer? Okay. All right, cool. I've used Dollar Tree pre-cuts. Okay, good to know. All right, Lisa's trying to make 3 patriotic lap quilts. That sounds nice for Christmas gifts. Need 3 for 3 sisters. That's a lot of work, Lisa. It's good that you're starting now. Quilts take a really long time. I'm really slow, too. I bought the Janome M7 last year. It's amazing. They're discontinued. Ooh, so you can get one for a great sale price. Good. Hey, that's good to know too. I'm getting ready to cut out the Donnie shirt from Grainline Studios. I've never heard of that one. Let me look it up. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was looking it up and it looks like, okay, by the Friday, I'll put this up. It's by the Friday Pattern Company. That sounds nice. Okay, so this is it. That looks like a cool shirt. Is it button up? Okay, oh, it's like pull on. Okay, that's cute. Has anyone purchased fabric from Tuesday Morning? I missed them because they had some awesome odd lots of fabric and yarn. Alright. Alright, Denise, I'll have to check that out. I haven't made clothes in a while, but I'm always down if they've got a video tutorial. I find those really helpful. Yeah, it looks like a pretty... it doesn't look super intense either. Like, it looks fairly... yeah, the pattern looks fairly simple. Alright, I just made their sport shorts. Alright, nice. Let me take a look. I'm finding... hey, you guys are giving me some good recommendations for patterns. Let's see here. Okay, these look pretty easy. Like, these look pretty simple, and they're... alright, they got a drawstring, elastic waistband. They have pockets. Alright. Oh, it's like a pay what you can sort of model, too, so that's nice. This is a free pay what you can pattern. Okay. I really like the pockets and the elastic waistband and the drawstring. That's pretty nice. So if I've actually gotten mine printed from like Kinko's or like was it FedEx? Usually they're like, if they come in the what's like the format, like the print shop format, I've gotten them printed at like Kinko's type places before, and it does cost some money. I forgot how much. I think it was like $5 to $10 or so. It was somewhere in between there. I can't remember exactly how much though, but it was somewhere, it was something like that. Yeah, I will say I'm a lot more likely to purchase a pattern if the designer has a tutorial video. Like, if they've got a really good tutorial video, I'm a lot more likely to purchase the pattern. Ellie and Mac patterns, alright. Alright, so yeah, the Donnie, it does look cool. Should I sew it live or should I just do like a video on it? I don't know. Yeah, the fit does, I do like it. And if you kind of notice, I like loose fitting clothing. I tend to wear shirts that are much larger than my actual size just because I like them to be relaxed. I like a more relaxed fit. When Hancock's closed, Michael sold their fabric online. I haven't seen anything on the website that looks as good as what they had years ago. Interesting. Interesting. Well, if anyone's joining late, we went over a couple, kind of light stories. We're hanging out. I'm eating ice cream. You're welcome to ask questions. We're chilling. We're talking about different patterns. We're talking about sewing machines. We're talking about Summerween, which apparently is a new thing. Let's take a look at the poll. Okay, so far 53% of you say you're interested in JoAnn Fabric's value fabric, 20% Michael's, 0% Dollar Tree, and 27% Walmart. Interesting result. I was not expecting those results. I thought Dollar Tree would have some people, and I didn't expect JoAnn's to get quite as many votes. All right, hello Regina, welcome to the chat. I'm powering through the rest of a carton of ice cream here. I'm not eating the whole thing. It's like, I probably have like 20% of the carton left, so I thought I would just not waste a bowl. And I would just, finish off the container. So we're going to finish off this carton of ice cream. Myra, I've got the Brother 1034th. Was it the 1034? Let's see, 1034D. I'm not sure how similar yours is to that. But I have noticed some of the Brother machines do tend to be pretty similar. So I do have some videos on the 1034D. If that might help. I don't know. Let's see here. Brother 431D. Let's see here. Lisa says, maybe sew the Donnie for your regular channel, then we can hash it over on the live. Yeah, I'll have to figure out. So, when I started this channel, my intention was that I would, just sew projects live. And sadly, people really didn't watch those. So, it wasn't until I started doing these types of shows covering, sewing news and updates that there seems to be a lot more of an audience for. So originally when I started doing this, you might have noticed I started off doing I would sew all day. They were a lot of work to do, to be on camera for 6 hours at a time or something. But these types of shows seem to do a lot better in terms of views. So yeah, I kind of tried doing the sewing live thing, and that just for me didn't seem to be a good fit, but this seems to be a much better fit for this channel. So I've been doing more straight up sewing over on the main channel, and then doing more news and updates and that kind of thing over here. I chose Walmart for fabric because it's what's close and is a larger selection with better quality. JoAnn's is in a neighboring town. Oh, okay. 4 4031 HD. I don't know what that is. Okay, let's see. 40. Okay. Okay, Myra, that one looks fairly similar to the one I have, so you might help to watch some of my videos. If hopefully I would hope someone else would have videos about your particular serger. But from what I can tell from the photos, that one doesn't look too far off from mine. So that might, I don't know if that would help. My ice cream is melting real fast here. That's a long drive to any of those, Deanna. Man. Yeah, I think I have to drive about a half. The closest, like, store that sells any sort of sewing supplies is at least a half an hour away from me. So, yeah, I don't live super close to anything either. Oh, thank you, Myra. Thank you. All right, Thimble, Hook and Shuttle, My Cloth World was so nice. Dollar Tree tends to get some products once or twice a year, and once they are sold out, you have to wait months for it to be restocked, so it isn't reliable. Good to know. We need a sewing spicy chat channel. Hey, Joelle, you can, hey, as long as you're, like, you know, respectful and, you know, cool to people, you can be a little spicy if you want. You can be a little spicy. That's cool. Man, a lot of people in the chat tonight. Wow, this is getting lit up in here. I have a Husqvarna and a Bernina. Here's the tea. Older machines are being obsolete. Many dealers won't work on them. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, hello, Anne. Hi, Lurker here. I'm in York, PA. We have one Michael's, one Hobby Lobby, one JoAnn's, one local quilt shop. But we are close to Lancaster, the mother town of quilting cotton. Lol. Hey, that's cool. Deanna, that is, yeah, the, what is it called? The, like the more, yeah, like the stretchy thread, that does help. I forgot what it's called. I've used it before, but it does help if you use it in the looper. That's it, Debbie. Woolly thread. Yeah, it's like woolly. It's like woolly nylon thread, too. I think that's also called something like that. Real talk, maybe can be hot to some. Hey, that's okay, Joelle. As long as it's like, you know, again, respect, you know, you're welcome to use colorful language if you want. You know, nothing like, well, I don't know what I would limit. And I will say this, I try not to swear too much on these channels. In my real life, though, I do. I just try to keep it a little cleaned up for YouTube, because YouTube doesn't really like a lot of cursing and that kind of stuff. But as long as you're cool, no self-promotion, no politics, you know, no spamming, you know, whatever. Be you. All right. Yeah, yeah, doing things live, it was, like, I had fun doing it. It is really difficult to talk for, like, 8 hours at a time or something. I do wish they had done better, but I can see why they didn't do as well. Because I think when on YouTube, people are more looking for, like, topics and such. you know, and unless like your channel's very big, you kind of have to stick with what people are interested in versus what what you want to make, you know what I mean? So there is a bit of a balance between making the type of content you want to make and like making, and making what the audience wants, and you really have to do what the audience wants. That sounds like a nice day out. Lunch, a little coffee, some shopping, the beach. That doesn't sound too bad. Alright, my ice cream is really melting here. But that's okay. Hey, Thimble, you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? And if you like the fabric there, then you like the fabric there. The beach is usually late enough. I get good sunsets, so I bring my camera. That sounds cool. Alright, keeping it family friendly or just fun to hear. Hey, you know, yeah, I will say, Joelle, again, I keep it family friendly mostly for YouTube, but, yeah. I can be pretty, pretty colorful when I want to be. Well, here's a question, Debbie. Will we always have people with the skills to work on some of these vintage sewing machines, or even like newer sewing machines? I'm curious to know how, like, it seems like a lot of the people who do repairs on sewing machines are older people. Maybe it's just me. Are we getting enough young people into that particular field enough to support sewing machine maintenance into the future and repairs? That's a good question. Like, are we still gonna have people who can fix sewing machines around in 50 years? I'm probably not going to be alive at that point, but, because I don't know anyone my age or younger. I'm in my 40s. I don't know anyone my age or younger who repairs sewing machines. Like, is that something we should be concerned about? Okay. I used to do 3 to 4 hour lives on Periscope. Oh, I remember Periscope back in the day. I would papercraft or whatever and chat with the viewers about whatever. It was fun, but I only had up to 20 viewers at any one time. Hey, you gotta start somewhere. You gotta start somewhere. Ooh. All right, yeah, we're melting here. Yeah, it does seem like sewing machines are getting really, really big. Alright, let me put it. I'm gonna put up a new banner for anyone that's like kind of tuning in and wondering what's going on. Hanging out, chatting. Alright, here we go. Okay, so I'm putting this up on little banner up on the bottom so that people aren't like, what is going on? Why is she just sitting there eating ice cream? Okay. Denise, I might start watching House of the Dragon Season 2. Maybe. Here's my issue with like the Game of Thrones or any like HBO production. There's so much time in between the seasons that you kind of forget about the show. And then you're not really excited about it anymore. Like, remember like Game of Thrones? There'd be like 3 years in between seasons or something. So, I watched House of the Dragon like 2 years ago, and I feel like I've forgotten a lot of it. So I'm not even sure if I should start from the beginning again and watch the whole thing, or just start from season 2, because I can't really remember a lot of stuff from season 1. My husband just started rewatching Game of Thrones, and he doesn't even want to watch House of the Dragon. I'm like, why wouldn't you want to watch House of the Dragon too? I don't know. So we'll see. Wait, Sew and Vax? Is that a chain they're closing? What? Let me look this up. Wait, Sew and Vax. No, I've not seen an ad for JoAnn's closing sale. Where are they closing? JoAnn's outlet sale. Let's take a look. Oh, okay. So apparently there's a fake website. So it's a scam. So apparently there's like a scam website that makes it look like it's a JoAnn's clearance thing. And apparently this is not legitimate and it is a scam. So watch out for that. All right. So I've never seen, all right, with Denise, I will say this. Game of Thrones, there's things I like about the show. There's things I don't. It's not at all. It's a very adult show. So if that's not your thing, there's a lot of graphic stuff. There's violence. So if you don't like that type of thing, I would not recommend Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon. Matt Smith is in House of the Dragon. He is amazing. He's actually one of the reasons why I'm interested in watching House of the Dragon Season 2. Because I thought he was one of the best characters of House of the Dragon. His character. And I've not seen him in anything else. Oh wait, I saw him in The Crown. Matt Smith was in he played Prince Philip in The Crown, I believe. So I saw him in The Crown, but I haven't really seen him in much else. I've not watched Doctor Who, but he's amazing in House of the Dragon. So that's why I wanted to watch. That's one of the reasons why I was still interested in the show. So if you're a big Matt Smith fan, you would probably really like House of the Dragon. But just a caveat that it is, I would say it's almost an NC-17 type of show. It's got some weird stuff. In Game of Thrones is weird. There's some stuff where I'm I don't know about this. Yeah. Yeah, by the way, I have a KitchenAid stand mixer. It's amazing. We've had it for about 15 years. I wish I could get more into sewing. I've watched vids, but if you know nothing, it's easy to get lost in finding what you're looking for. Gets confusing because you don't know what you're... I know the feeling. And then you get down these rabbit holes of like something you're kind of interested in. You don't know where to start. You kind of have like analysis paralysis. And you kind of psych yourself out. I totally get that. My sew and vac guy told me he can't find anyone interested in learning how to service machines. It seems the low-end machines are causing low interest and low investment. That makes a lot of sense. And a lot of the machines people are buying are like the throwaway machines or the machines that are not worth getting repaired. So we kind of live in this like obsolescence society now where you don't really fix something, you just throw it out and you get a new one. So I can kind of see why. You know, but that in that case, if you don't have anyone to repair the high-end machines, are people still going to buy them? That's another question too. Yeah, the KitchenAids are the best. All right, yeah, I do really like, and actually my cousin met Matt Smith. Like, she has a picture with him. She was at like some premiere. I think it might have been for The Crown. She happened to be like walking by. She was like in London for some reason. And she has a photo. My cousin has a photo of herself with Matt Smith. Oh, good. People don't want to spend in quality. They would rather pay less and throw it away if it breaks. Yeah, I think that's where we're at now. I would rather something that lasts and is adaptable. All right, Debbie, thank you very much for tuning in. Hope you have a great week. All right, pick this up. Now I'm starting to get to the bottom here. Well, thank you, Linda. The program content you offer, I've learned so many new information in the sewing industry on Sundays. I've had to discard new model machines manufactured in the last 20 years. Well, thank you for watching, Linda. Yeah, we're hanging out. We're eating some ice cream. Oh, Denise, I've got a story for you. I've spent the last 2 weeks trying to work on an interview. It was good, and that's the one I was teasing. It was gonna be really. I think it would have been really good. This person is pretty busy and ended up flaking on me a bunch of times. I know stuff happens, so I don't know if it's gonna happen. And this is one of the reasons why I was like so hesitant to do like a show that was heavy with interviews or a channel that was heavy with interviews, is just because it's so normal for people to like no show or, you know, ask you to reschedule. But on my end though, it ends up wasting a bunch of time. So I had one planned for like 2 weeks ago. We had to reschedule it for like this week, then they couldn't do it. So I don't know if it's gonna happen, and quite frankly, like I'm not, like, it's like at what point do I just say like, you know, put an end to it? So I'm not sure if I'm doing that one, but it's kind of reminded me of why I don't really have guests on the channels very often, because of it's just really hard to coordinate schedules. And the other thing I've noticed is that, I hate to say this, but people don't really take YouTube channels or like podcasts very seriously. Unless you're like, even if you're like a household name, they probably still have trouble with booking too. So I've spent like 4 days preparing for this interview, and I'm just not feeling very confident it's gonna happen. I think the topic is a really good topic. that I think people are very interested in. But I don't think this guest is going to work out. So that's kind of, it's kind of a bummer. Kind of a bummer. I have not. I've mostly been sticking with the butter pecan. According to America's Test Kitchen, KitchenAid is the stand mixer and Cuisinart is the food processor. Yeah, we had a Cuisinart food processor and it was not great. The one we had was not very good. Alright, so I will say this, AS. I would probably get copyright claimed to death with Project Runway. So that's one I probably couldn't react to. Certain IP holders are very aggressive with their copyright enforcement, and I'm pretty sure the Project Runway folks would be. So I have to be real careful with like TV shows and stuff. I have to be real careful with that kind of stuff. So I probably couldn't play like clips and stuff. Alright, yeah, and like that's the thing, I think some of the interviews and guests are really good. Like it's been great content. But for me on my end, it's the return on investment. Like how much time am I spending on this, and how did the videos perform? So I really have to look at that. And the sad thing is the videos with just me, or like the sewing tutorials, they end up doing better often with than the guest stuff. So it really, yeah, it's kind of tough because any channel or show that relies heavily on guests, you really need like a separate person just to do the guest booking. Like if you're like a big show, because it takes a ridiculous amount of time to book guests, prepare for them. I came up with an outline for this conversation, so I spent like a whole day working on that alone. And this guest ended up backing out 3 times. So it's like at a certain point I have to be like, yeah, I think I'm done. So I don't think this is gonna happen. I'm bummed because I think this topic was something that I see people asking about a lot. So it's tough. Alright. I absolutely love, thank you, Thimblehook and Shuttle. Since such a great well of information. I use the chat for diverting political conversations in our quilting groups. Yeah, I really stay away from politics here just because that's just not something that's just not a bag I'm gonna open here. Alright, gotta go. I have blueberries and bulbs to plant. Alright, have a great evening, Regina. Got Denise Oreo Thin Mints. Ooh. Can we bring the project back? Alright, Lori, have a great evening. Lisa, I don't know. Can we watch the great... Let's see, how can you watch? Good question there. Okay, so Lisa, according to Google, viewers can use a virtual private network or a VPN to bypass geo restrictions and watch the show on BBC iPlayer. So it looks like you can't really watch it in the US unless you pirate it somehow. Okay, good to know. I used project videos in my fashion design classes mainly for technological purposes. All right. Discussing setting sewing goals or not setting goals would be a neat chat topic. That's a good one. Yeah, so what specifically, I'll be real, I'm not very good with sewing goals right now, Denise. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, it's true. If your yeah, like with the computerized machines, if the motherboard goes, that's really it for the machine. So that's one downside with like the latest and greatest sewing machines. Yeah, I don't know if I would drive 30 miles for ice cream. I'm sorry to tempt you though, but I don't know if I would drive that far for ice cream. Ooh. Good question. Has anyone subscribed to the Quilting Network? I have not. So if anyone else here has, maybe you can share your experience. Exactly, Jenny. And you know, it's hard to figure. It's sometimes hard to calculate, like, if it's worth it to do guests or interviews. And the trade-off is the editing is not as difficult as some of my other main channel videos, like sewing tutorials. But the downside is that, again, like with this last guest that didn't happen, I spent 4 days working on it, and I got I have nothing to show for it. So if I'm doing a sewing tutorial or a video showing you how to do something, I know I'm going to get content out of it. But when I'm pursuing guests for the channel, I might spend several days working on it, and then it doesn't happen. And I've got, like, I have no... then I have, you know, it's like a gamble. I have nothing to show for it. But if I'm shooting something just by myself, I know I'm guaranteed to get something. So even though sometimes those videos take longer to edit, it's more of a guarantee than if I try to pursue a guest and it doesn't work out. And I've had a lot of people not work out. So that's the tough thing. Yeah, and the thing is too, sometimes people will be like, yeah, I want to do it. And I'll be like, okay. And then I end up getting burned. So sometimes the people that you wouldn't think would burn you end up burning you. It's crazy. It's really crazy, Denise. It's really crazy. And it's not even like this particular channel. Even when I worked in TV, people flaked on us all the time. People flaked on us at CNN. People flaked on me when I was working for a, you know, local TV station. So I don't know if people just have trouble keeping commitments or what it is, but this pattern is much wider than just the sewing report. Like, people just are not very good at keeping their commitments. And I've just noticed this everywhere. It's unfortunate. Good question. Are you a sewing planner or more spur of the moment? Finish a project one at a time or several at a time? Lisa, I tend to do one project at a time myself. Usually. I don't usually work on like several. Yeah, I usually kind of only have one thing in the can at a time. That's me. Yeah, they really... It's like, I really try to be nice about it, but people really don't think it's a big deal. You know, like, maybe it's because it's an internet thing and, like, a YouTube channel. But I just feel like sometimes when I'm reaching out to people, they just don't take me very seriously. And, you know, it's fine. It is what it is. But it's not like, you know, we have an audience here. Like, even on this channel, we have a pretty good-sized audience of people who watch interviews. And depending on the topic, I really try to make the titles compelling so that people want and cover topics that people really are interested in. I think I'm pretty good at gauging that. So this person did miss out on what would probably be really good traffic for them too. And this person doesn't really have a YouTube presence, so it would have helped them. Alright, have a great week, Karen. Yeah. Water my... Alright, that sounds like fun. Making your hubby's lunch. That sounds cool. And gardening. Very cool. Alright, Lisa says, I am a one-at-a-timer and have moderate fabric stash. Alright, yeah, sewing with Nancy. Our rest in peace, Nancy. She was one of the best. Do you ever see yourself leaving YouTube to pursue other opportunities? I mean, sure, if one came along. I would hope to still be doing... Ideally, like, if something else came along, I would like to still be doing this, but also doing something else. And, you know, but it would depend. It would really depend. I'm open to it, but I really like doing this. I really like doing this. So I would probably continue to do this and also do something else. That's the more likely scenario. That's so rude to commit and then bail. Don't commit. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, if you are not sure you can make it, I probably wouldn't like agree. You know what I mean? I would probably not put it on my calendar if I wasn't like pretty confident I could do it. So I don't know. I start a bunch of projects and get as far as it interests me, and then start another one. Then eventually I get around to finishing them either because I need the end product or just to get it off my desk. Hey, that's very relatable. That's very relatable. DK, no, I haven't. Have you been to comment threads and Phelan? They're getting ready for the big Sierra shop hop. Cool. You know, and the thing is, too, I might have had kind of a false sense of security because the last, like, 3 interviews I've done, the person showed up, like, they showed up when they said they would, and I didn't have anybody flake. So I was on, like, a pretty good streak of people being fairly reliable, but that's not the norm. Like, that is not the norm at all. So I had, like, 3 people, and I was like, okay, cool. So I've had pretty good luck lately with people being fairly, you know, consistent. So I was like, okay. But then, you know, I get hit with reality. And reality is that people don't show up to stuff. Alright, I think I'm almost done with the ice cream. I've got like, I don't have very much left, so but it's mostly melted. Okay, ice cream. Ice cream is gone. Here, I'll show you proof. The ice cream is gone. Okay, I've never been to Reno, but I've watched a lot of that show Reno 911, and it looks like fun. So I don't know if that's probably nothing like real life Reno, but Reno 911 was a fire show. It was hilarious. Very hilarious show. Hey, Vanessa. All right. Hey, no problem. Glad to have you here. We're hanging out. I just finished some ice cream. We're just sort of like goofing around now. We're just having fun. We're chatting. Glad to have you here. I hope everyone's having a good weekend. What did I do this weekend? Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know. I gotta start. I did play around with the embroidery machine the other day. I have a project I want to try to do this week. I wasted a bunch of time working on this guest interview that didn't happen. So that was like most of the past week and a half. I can't believe we still have 45 people hanging out. I'm shocked. We're literally just not really. We're just kind of hanging out. So, welcome everyone that's catching live. Does it seem like some stores are cutting back on off-brand products? I know craft stores are doing more of their own brands, but places like Walmart and Kroger seem to be cutting back. Like, are you talking about the private label products or more other stuff? I have noticed I get Kroger grocery delivery, and I've noticed some items that I bought for a while are just no longer available. So I'm not sure what's going on. And they are out of stock of certain items frequently, or like they just don't have it anymore. All right, let's take a look at the poll. Let's see where we're at with that. Okay, I think we'll end the poll now. So about 50 of you voted. 54% say you would prefer the JoAnn value line of fabric. All right. 18% Michaels, 4% Dollar Tree. All right, we got somebody voting for Dollar Tree. And 24% Walmart. All right, we'll take a look at the results. All right, Vanessa, I'm pinning interfacing to a back facing. Hey, that sounds like quite an evening over there. That sounds quite nice. I hope that's going well. All right, don't forget to visit us in Vegas. We still have quilt shows and fabric expos. Haven't seen any sewing conventions yet, like conversations yet. We'll let y'all know if it happens. You know, I went to Las Vegas once 2 years ago for the BTS concert. It was great. It was great. I didn't really have much time to do anything, though. I was only there for like a day and a half or something. But I had a good time. Okay, oh, private label. Love the Kroger's chocolate milk mix, but seems like they stopped selling it. Walmart has done the same. Maybe they're, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was like a business decision. Maybe it either wasn't selling or it wasn't profitable. I don't know. But I have noticed Kroger, seems to not have certain items that I purchased in the past. And actually it was a certain type of lettuce. So So it was the private label. It was like that private selections lettuce. I got it for the rabbit, and it was good it was like an artist. It was like a little variety pack with like artisanal lettuce, and the price was good. Like it was like $3. Like it was like the price was really insane for what it was. It was like $3 or something, and they just stopped selling it. And I was really sad because they would put like different lettuce in it every time, and the rabbit liked it. She got some variety, and then all of a sudden it just was no longer available. So, and the price of lettuce has gone up quite a bit, so that's kind of a bummer. I have been sewing on canvas for art. That sounds cool. I love mixed media, but I love doing more textiles. Very cool. Very cool. All right, guys. I'm probably going to sign off pretty soon. I'm going to cut a few clips from this show as separate uploads. I hope everyone enjoyed Sewing Report Live. Catch us back again next week. Same time, same place, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, where we chat about what's going on in the world of sewing and crafts. If you haven't yet, you enjoyed the show, hit the like button, subscribe. The chat is for subscribers only. And yeah, we always have fun. I got to, pound a whole carton of ice cream. And yeah, we will catch y'all next week. Let me know if you have any topics you want to discuss or any news you've heard of. And I hope y'all have a great week. And I will see you again. I'm Jen with Sewing Report Live. And I'll catch you again, same time, same place. Have a good week, everybody.